This is what happens when you give yourself 1 minute to build a Horde base in 7 days to die. But before this gets even worse, huge thanks to War Thunder for sponsoring this incredibly valuable piece of scientific research. Woo, yeah, science, yeah, I love science, woo. The rules are simple. 3 bases, 1 minute, 10 minutes, 1 hour. Whatever I build is what I'm defending against the Horde Knight with. I get whatever materials and ammo I want, but there's no repairs allowed, no running outside the base, and no intentional glitching. I'm just interjecting here, by the way. I decided to only use cobblestone for the first base, concrete for the second base, and steel for the third base, because I thought it would make it more interesting. If I had steel from day one, it probably would have been too easy. The 1 minute time limit, my strategy was... yeah, I didn't really have one. Okay, there's 1 minute. Yeah, this isn't much of a base, is it? I made myself 3 blocks above the ground plus a slab, so they shouldn't be able to just run up and hit me because I'm slightly too tall. That's why I'm using the spear, but we'll see how that goes. Yes, can't quite hit with the spear very well. Bow time, switch to the iron arrows I gave myself. Okay, we're gonna move to another pillar. Make them go through some spikes. We might as well go to the tallest pillar anyway, because, you know, we're using the bow anyway. Okay, that one was nearly done. I see, that was a good choice. Ooh. Right, I have a sense that one's about to break. Let's try and get them to go through some more spikes. Oh, yep, it was about to break. Oh no, they're just they're taunting me, they're taunting me. They know the strat. They're saving me for the last part. Oh no. Okay. Remember, I'm not legally allowed to move on the ground if I fall off of this base. I don't think we're gonna make it. Oh shit. I have primitive armor on, by the way. Oh, we're so done. We're so done. I'm being pushed along. They are pushing me. I am not moving. Oh, okay. Oh, that went well. 1 minute is probably not enough time. 10 minutes? I can work with 10 minutes. Now let's talk about strategy. Alright, so for the day 70 Horde, this is what I'm gonna have. Some shotgun ammo, a little bit of food and meds, and a sledgehammer. And whatever concrete base I can make in 10 minutes, which is a solid amount of time, I think. Starting off with a classic design here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of my way. It's 4 total. Let's go 5 total. You know, I'm gonna kind of spare my time a little bit here, just in case I don't have enough time to do what I want to do. I'll just make like half a design here, and we can expand it if needed. These bloody chrysanthemums. All right, and then we want, should be sufficient. We'll build a little pillar there, get stairs. I probably should have done this a different way. Shit, do I have time to do this? Oh my god. Well, shit. I also can't repair that. Let's just make it work. Let's just do this. Let's go classic with it. Why not? Why not? Okay, so fighting position plus a bunch of walls. There's no way for me to really make this a killing corridor without trapdoors. So I don't know why I've done this or what I intended to do or why it's so long. But you know what? You know what? You know what? I can come up with something. I can come up with something. So I'm proposing, is this going to be useful at all? Some I-beams? Just to maybe slow them down as they chase after me. But it allows me to pass through pretty much unencumbered. Yeah, that would certainly slow me down. Right, let's get some spikes down so that this actually works, even vaguely. This base design is going to be hard to make work without any repairs whatsoever. I got extra time. I'm just going to keep putting spikes down and hope I didn't miss anything. I'm going to be honest, this is more spikes than I've ever used in a real base. I've used nearly 200 spikes. Hey, the concrete part of the base was done pretty quickly. There we go. Last block placed. Wow, that thunder sure does sound ominous. Almost like a omen of war. Like a war thunder. War Thunder is one of the best vehicle combat games ever made, and it's available right now for free on PC, consoles, and even mobile. There's over 2,500 vehicles across 10 nations. We're talking Great War biplanes all the way up to the meanest main battle tanks on the planet today. Tanks, planes, helicopters, ships. If it has a gun strapped to it, it's probably in there. War Thunder has incredibly detailed player vehicles, great graphics, and authentic sounds to immerse yourself in the intense chaos chaos of War Thunder's combat. 95 million players are already in heated PvP battles today, and you can join them and dive into the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or mobile now, using the links in my pinned comment or description. New and returning players on PC and console that haven't played in the last 6 months also receive a bonus of new premium vehicles, the Eagle of Valor Decorator, 100,000 Silver Lions, and 7 days of premium. But it's only available for a limited time, so be quick. Speaking of being quick, the zombies are starting to spawn, so let's see if this base holds. Ow. 2 damage? Holy shit. Oh no, wait, I got a kill, so I restored health. Yeah, I remember now. I forgot how good the iron sledge is. I hit my own base. That's an expensive mistake to make. I can't repair anything. Ow. Oh, there's a rancher. I forgot they added those to Horde Nights. It's been like 3 months since I've actually done a Horde Night. I've been playing too many old versions of the game. Nope, no stamina, shit. No pack mule proc though. Okay, might be time to shotgun. Pack mule saved me again. This is not a very good base design. Oh shit. They broke the bottom one, they're all just gonna crawl under it now. I'm not allowed to leave the base. Uh-oh, yeah, that base sucked. I mean, it would have been kind of good if you could repair it. To be fair, it would have worked. But without repairs, that doesn't work. Oh, wow. Yeah, they were gonna tear through the core of the base anyway. What the fuck? With that out of the way, it's time to move on to the 1 hour Horde base. Let's talk about my strategy. Right, I should have everything I need to build any kind of base I want to, basically, as well as a mountain of ammo for this M60. This is going to be a day 700 Horde, which puts us at game stage 178 at level 78. That's a pretty lame game stage, so what I'm actually going to do is I've already chosen my character build, so let's max my level. Now that obviously gives me a little bit higher health and stamina, but mostly it massively increases my game stage to something much more dangerous. So this day 700 Horde is going to be a lot more scary, so we're going to need that hour to build this base. And of course I've given myself good tools as well, because we're going to have to do a lot more work on this one. We're doing a strength build with machine guns as well this time around, plus agility, because we had a bunch of spare levels. I was about level 78, so I could really spread out my skills. And go. So to start out, I built a big cube of steel for a strong foundation, something like 5 wide, 10 long, and 5 tall. I put in a standard fighting position, but I put way too many layers on it, which will be important later, and then I put a pretty simple bridge and staircase to let the zombies get up. I gave the base a big old forehead. This stops the zombies from piling up and climbing on the roof, and I threw in some anti-vulture defenses, then some backup defenses using hatches and doors, and I had a lot of spare time, so I built a pit, or dug a pit, and of course you want them to have a way back out or they'll just dig under your base. I added some electric fences, but since repairs are off the table, I used a pretty inefficient design which maximizes their coverage and lifespan, but it makes them unrepairable from your fighting position, so probably don't copy this for your actual bases. Or do, I don't care. I wired it all up and added a couple of blade traps because I needed to do something, and I had 30 minutes left, so I decided to layer up the defenses and then wanted to get kind of creative with it, which I never really do with Horde bases. And, well, I'll let past me explain it. You know, when people make bases in 7 Days to Die, they always have this clean vibe to them that I decided I wasn't gonna go with anymore. And I call this design the Rust Bucket, because I think this is exactly what someone would do if they had infinite metal and had to survive a zombie apocalypse. I really leaned into the blocks that you don't often see in 7 Days to Die, specifically the random sharp debris types of blocks and the destroyed kind of blocks like these ones, to really give it the look of something that is just painful to be near, something you would cut yourself on being near. And indeed, since I thought this would be built by a raider, it has some very useful signposts to help with the community, which will lead you to a variety of locations which are highly desirable if you would like to be alive for much longer. Now, as for the actual mechanisms, it's a pretty simple base. You've got a pitfall down there with some rusty blade traps in it, some electric fences on these spiky towers, and a staircase leading up into a small bridge, which leads into a fighting position here. I'm being caught in the electric fences, which is multiple layers because of course I can't do any repairs, and it has a setup here where I can close this door, where I can have this door open or close it if I need to, and then raise this hatch and defend on each of these layers for a little bit longer. I also used rebar spikes as a railing because, I mean, what's safer than having rebar spikes on the railings of your base? I mean, you're not going to even dare to lean on these, but you're going to be firmly aware of where you shouldn't be standing. And I have my little generator bank here. Now, will this horrible, ugly base actually survive a day 700 level 300 Horde? I don't know, especially not with repairs, but it was fun building it at least, and that's kind of the point of this video. So let's get on with the Horde night. It looks like they're a little bit confused. They don't know what to do. Incredible stuff. I think they're trying to navigate the spikes on the side of the base. Will they be able to do it? I have no idea. Well, this base has immediately gone to shit, but don't worry, I planned for this. You see, I can indeed shoot down at them. Some of the zombies don't even know what to do. Oh hey, you got up there, huh? Right, we do have spare ammo in here, by the way. Oh, I have fallen. Honestly, I can make this work, though. So I forgot to actually say anything for this last part, but basically, they eventually just started to use the base correctly. Unfortunately, I then ran out of ammo. Now, I did say I could basically have as much ammo as I want for this challenge, but I decided to sledge it out anyway and use the last of my grenades. This was a mistake. All these hordes, by the way, have been on Insane Nightmare with max zombie spawns, which is why these fuck-ass bases are getting folded so easily. Eventually, though, a wonderful cocktail of shit occurs. An infernal spider zombie jumped through the fighting position, got behind me, and blocked the door, and then an infernal biker and white slipped through as well, blocking me in this corner. This could have been salvageable with ammo, or had that spider not fucked me, but with 3 minutes before the end of Horde, it failed. Regardless though, that base design isn't actually completely horrible. It was mostly just too many layers of extra defenses on the front that caused them to just attack the sides, which isn't the worst thing ever. But then when they actually started using it properly, probably because they destroyed their other ways in, it was literally the absolute worst case scenario with the spider, the infernal spider I might add, with like thousands of health jumping in the doorway, and the other two infernals, which just aren't going to go down with basically any melee weapon on insane difficulty. This was a maxed out sledgehammer, and you can see it was doing nothing to them. The only other thing I could have really used was skull crushers, and honestly I'm not even sure if that would have helped here. You're looking at like 8,000 health beating the shit out of me right now. Maybe if I had enough ammo it would have been fine, but regardless, this was a really fun experiment to force myself to just build something rather than analyzing it too much, which was kind of the purpose of the video. As I said earlier, it was science. Again, thank you to War Thunder for sponsoring my very important Horde-based studies. Make sure to check it out for free on PC, consoles, and mobile with the links below. And on PC and consoles, you can get a free starter bonus for new and returning players. Again, limited supply, so do jump on that fast if you want it. I shall use the funds raised from this to purchase enough steel to fully encase Trader Rex compound so he will never bother the 7 Days community again. You deserve this and you know it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.